Hi everybody, welcome back to the Gamers Vault. I hope you guys like the new intro. I got some great feedback from a lot of people about the intro, so I was like, you know what, let's change it up a bit. I came up with that one. If you don't like it, let me know. Either way, try something new. I am a part of a Facebook group that is associated with RetroTech 100's YouTube page, so definitely I invite everyone that does see my channel to go there, because he got some good stuff going on there. You guys would like it. But today on the Gamers Vault, I wanted to talk about a game review. When I was growing up as a child, I had a lot of the console stuff, and I didn't have too many PCs. PCs were expensive back then. They're kind of cheaper now. I never thought that would be, but they were really expensive back then, so I couldn't afford it. I played games like StarCraft and Diablo, and I found them to be great, but I don't collect PC games. As you saw my game tour, I really don't collect for that. There's very few games for PC that I do have and I own and I can't play with, but I still have them. This game I'm talking about, and I'm sure from the title that you've seen it, predates Phoenix Wright. The Ace Attorney series that people are playing on the DS and the 3DS, stuff like that, people love. Before that, they didn't have anything like that. So today on Gamers Vault, I'm going to invite you to do a game review with me. Because someone's dead and someone's lying. Can you help me prove murder in the first degree?
It's being called San Francisco's most intriguing murder case in years. Soon after the body of Zachary Barnes, local gallery owner, was discovered on the morning of March 13th, noted artist James Tobin was arrested. Insiders have told this reporter that District Attorney Sterling Granger does not yet have full cooperation from witnesses. With the trial only weeks away, San Francisco residents are wondering, can the DA build a solid case against Tobin?
Well, Zach, my business partner, came at me with a gun this morning and told me that he was going to kill me.
Mr. Granger, I have a question of my own first. Am I right to assume you have a pretty good case? Why are you going after Jimmy?
He's been charged with murder.
But it was self-defense, I'm sure.
Did you ever see a gun in the Barnes gallery?
I don't remember.
If Zachary Barnes fired a gun this morning, if he pulled the trigger, there'll be some residue on his hands that'll show up in our tests. But if his hands are clean, I'm going to charge you with murder.
Is there anything else you can share with me?
No. I don't have anything else to share.
With the opening of the trial today, sources tell us the DA's case is far from airtight. But we expect some big surprises as DA Granger builds his case.
This case was commenced by the people of the state of California against the defendant, James Henry Tobin. The state is charging him with grand theft and murder in the first degree.
Did you tell the defendant about the gun?
No.
Did you go back and take a second look at the gun in the deceased's office?
Yeah, I went back. I looked at it again and saw the words on the barrel.
Did you go by yourself?
I can't remember.
You can't remember? That's ridiculous.
Listen, I didn't know what Tobin was going to do with the damn gun. I had no idea.
Now, slow down, please.
And finally, Ruby, what should be important to you is your own work. Because it's good, and it could get lost in all this mess. Capiche? Love? Zach?
In a shocking development in the James Tobin murder case, Ruby Garcia, girlfriend of the accused, made some startling admissions today on the stand, which could substantially affect the outcome of this trial.
Will the defendant please rise?
The jury finds the defendant.
In the first degree, someone's dead. Someone's lying. See you in court.
In the First Degree is an interactive legal drama adventure computer game, which was released for the North American stage on August 31st of 1995 by Borderbound, in which you take the role of a prosecutor attempting to convict an artist for grand theft and the first-degree murder of his business partner, the artist being James Tobin in this case, and the victim being Zachary Barnes. You must examine all evidence, interview the witnesses, and then after you are done, you would go to trial. This game was developed by Peter Adair and Hanley Armstrong. So the game takes you through these hoops and bounds, and what I want to go ahead and address for you guys here is the setting that you're watching now. The actresses and actors here, it was unique for that time. There was no Final Cut. There was no like editing software for videos. As you can see, each shot was taken in San Francisco, California, and of course the actors who portrayed the victims and the witnesses were shot individually behind blue screen. So they did a really good job of what they had for the time. You play the game as if you were in a Law and Order kind of setting by listening to all the witness confessions and tapes, reading all the documents, and then of course interviewing each one before going to trial. Don't try to be like me and jump in trial, guys. It didn't really work out. The game wants you to convict James Tobin for murder 1. I've gotten manslaughter and murder 2 and lost the game because he still got convicted. But the game does take you through a lot of hoops and bounds as you interview each unique witness. Borderbound, being an American company, has done several games in the past. Some of you guys may have heard of it, like Lode Runner, Prince of Persia, and of course Myst and Carmen and San Diego games, just to name a few. If you're also a person that was back in my day that didn't know how to type, Mavis Beacon was also a product of Borderbound, as well as the Print Shop and Printmaster. Borderbound is still around today at www.borderbound.com. I want to say how unique this game was, because you got to remember, this was not using DVDs. They used each one on CD, and you can still see the blurring effect on each person's face, unlike the real live videos that we have today with our PlayStation 4s and Blu-rays.
Did they tell you what they were arguing about?
Yes. No. I'm sorry. My heart's still pounding in my head. I can't believe this.
Ho. Wait, let's back up. Where were you earlier today, before the shoot?
Once you've interviewed all witnesses, reviewed all the actual testimonies that were written down, and of course the evidences, you'll be able to go to trial. Or at least you think you are. When you get to trial, you will also, of course, examine and cross-examine each witness again. Each one of them is considered 1 day. After end of each trial, you'll be staring at a TV screen for how you could say, like someone judging you on how you did in court, but based on what you've done in court, he'll be able to give you if you did a good job or not. Definitely, they are kind of brutal against that, so be prepared for any strong criticisms in the game. At least that's what happened to me. After each witness is examined and cross-examined and everything else, you'll be given a chance to go cross-examine the defendant, James Tobin in this case. He's considered the last person you do before the judge hands down his conviction. Again, guys, I want to stress this enough. I can't stress this enough. The game was highly unique, and as you can see, I had a great time playing this video game. It took me a couple of tries, but convicting murder in the first degree was done. It was done, but it was kind of done hard. Hopefully, in a future, of course, Twitch, when I do my Twitch.tv, I'll be able to go ahead and play this game through, and I invite you guys to watch it.
Between yourself and the deceased that morning?
I did.
Why?
I was afraid. And I had a right to be afraid. Because right there, as soon as I mentioned the theft, Zach yanked open the office drawer, looking for the gun. When he didn't find it, then he blew up, coming at me, screaming and threatening me. I drew the gun in self-defense, telling him to back off.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and review of The First Degree. I got my copy pretty cheap. It was on $25, but unfortunately it's a Macintosh edition. I don't own a Mac, to be honest with you, so I can't play it. And as I mentioned in the videos, it was for Windows 3.1, Windows 95, and of course the older Macintosh. But if you guys still decide that you want to play the game, you can. There's a website called old-games.com. I'll put the link in the description below, and you'll be able to go to that site and try the game out for yourself and see if you can predict murder in the first. Beside that, I wanted to tell you about the new upcoming episodes that I will be displaying here in the Gamers Vault. I'm going to be working on a Sega Genesis, a unique thing to the Sega Genesis. I'm going to be giving it an HDMI connection. And I'm going to show you guys how to do it. It's going to be really cool. Also, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, the Facebook page that I was on RetroTech 100's Facebook page, there's a lot of people there that, if you guys want to join, I definitely invite you to join if you request for it, because there's a lot of people there like myself that give you reviews on games, reviews on how-to videos, and to help you just plainly out. Also, I definitely want to revisit the Sega CD video later on in the future. I was getting some advice about the soldering pen. I had to get a new one. I got a soldering station now from AliExpress.com. And it came in the mail today, so I'll actually be using that in future videos from now on. Either way, guys, I hope you enjoyed everything that you've seen today. If you like my videos, please hit that subscribe button. Click on that bell so you can know exactly when the new ones come up. Leave some comments down below. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Either way, I definitely like criticism. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.